Guys, so we're going to start off with the Modern Renaissance palette and go in with the shade Bon Fresco on a fluffy brush, and we're just going to work that slowly into our crease, blending back and forth in windshield wiper motions. We're starting off with such a small amount of this color because we're going to go back in and build it up later, and I didn't want to go in too heavy-handed to begin with. That we're going to go in with is the color Red Ochre, and we're going to take that on a slightly more pointed brush, and we're going to start packing that onto the outer V and into the crease. We're slowly going to build this color up because it's easy to go ham on it, and we're going to take our time and blend it out, slowly bringing it into the inner corner. We're not going to go in too heavy with it at first, as you can see me doing, just lightly patting it in just on the outer V of the eye, and then blending into the crease after I have distributed most of the product on the outer corner of my eye. Now we're going to go in and we're going to pick up the shade Love Letter on a smaller fluffy brush, and we're going to start packing that on the outer corner as well, and then bringing that into the crease. Kind of the same concept of what we did before with the Red Ochre, but this is in more of a circular motion to give it more of a diffused look to it. That's because I want this to be very softly pink. I don't want it to be too intense, and so the circular motions will slightly diffuse the color a little bit more. You can see me patting there, so that way I don't lose so much of the pigmentation, and that way I don't get as much fallout. To go back in with our fluffy brush that we had before and just a little bit more of Bon Fresco to give that slight mauvey pinky tone and just blending out the Love Letter color. And then we're going to go down and we're going to pick up the shades Vermeer and Primavera because I couldn't decide honestly which one I wanted to use. And we're going to put that all over that blank space on the inner half of our lid, and as you can see it is very, very pigmented. We're going to kind of pull that up to the crease but not into the crease, and we're going to just make sure that that blends together nicely. Don't worry if there's a harsh line, we're going to go back and fix that. You can see me kind of patting and then rubbing, patting to initially put the color on, and then the rubbing to slightly blend it out. Now we're going to go back in with our rounded brush and a little bit more of that Love Letter color mixed with the Venetian Red and Red Ochre, just to kind of give a little more of the red and pink tones back to the eye and to blend out the line between our shimmer shades and our matte shades. Now we're going to go in with some concealer and a little definer brush, and we're going to clean up the edges of our eyeshadow. This is a really easy trick. You can do this with makeup remover if you don't have your foundation and everything already done, but I have it done, so we're just going to take our finger and blend out that line, and you can see that instantly gives us a more rounded eye shape, which makes your eyes look a little bit bigger, and it stops it from looking so blown out and messy, which is a plus. Now we're going to go with our rounded tip brush, and we're just going to kind of blend over that line just a little bit to make it a little bit more smooth and seamless, so we don't have that harsh line of concealer there. Now we're going to take the Red Ochre color and a little definer brush, and we're going to start smudging that on our lower lash line, but just on the outer corner to keep the rounded shape that we have going on. If we bring it into the inner corner, it's going to close our eyes and we won't have that rounded shape that we've been working so hard to perfect. Now we're going to go in with a little pencil brush in the colors Venetian Red and Realgar, and we're going to start smoking that on our lower lash line. We're going to first use that on the outer corner and then slowly feather in the rest of the pigment to kind of keep that fade really soft and smooth, and we're just mimicking what we have going on the top lid. Now we're going to take a tiny definer brush, and the color is Vermeer and Primavera again, and we're going to put that on the inner corners of our eyes and feather it slowly towards the outer corner. Basically just mimicking the upper lid, as you guys can see me doing here. And then we're going to take Vermeer and highlight the inner corners and the brow bone. Now we're going to go ahead and curl our lashes, and I'm using a Revlon lash curler for this, and apply a couple coats of the Big Shot Colossal Volume Mascara from Maybelline. I really love this stuff, but I'm not going to use it for my bottom lashes because I find it tends to bleed, but it doesn't transfer from top to bottom, which is nice. I'm going to use the Benefit Roller Lash on the bottom lashes because the wand makes it really easy to get thick, full lashes, and the formula doesn't transfer. Now I'm going to go ahead and line my lips, and I'm using the Rimmel lip liner in East and Snob. It's one of my all-time favorite colors. Then I'm going to go in with the Stila Stay All Day Liquid Lipstick on a little lip brush here, and it is in the color Baci. I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it, but I will have it in the down bar below, and it is a lovely gray lilac muted like purple mauve color. How many words can I use to describe this lip color? But I think over this pinky lip liner it doesn't look so washed out on me, and it really pulls on the mauves in the eyes. And there you go, guys, that's the finished eye look. We're all done. I hope you guys really enjoyed this soft Valentine's Day tutorial, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!